Going through my old sketchbooks with me.
So continue the series. Last time we looked through this old sketchbook of mine that I bought when I was in Germany. This time we're gonna do this sketchbook that I also bought in Germany, as you can see from the many stickers. It was from the time that I was living in Germany and Austria. And I was around 17 years old, so let's check out what I was drawing. A girl sketch. Totally a girl sketch and probably some kind of goth. Okay, so this was a girl that I had a crush on. Her name was Neja. She was from Slovenia. She didn't really care about me, but yeah, I drew her a few times I think just one time in this sketchbook, and I gave her one of my drawings as well. But yeah, passed. Oh yeah, this was a drawing of her that I was beginning to sketch and didn't finish, probably for the best. This is a drawing also from that Portal AU and heavily inspired by Lady Maria from Bloodborne. Another sketch with the same Portal Bloodborne AU, and I just love women who are badasses. Also that Bloodborne Portal AU and the same character but in a dress and more feminine. Probably the same character as well, and maybe in a dress, potentially. Didn't finish the sketch. Yuri count #1 for this sketchbook, hell yeah! And I think it's Faith and Plastic from Mirror's Edge Catalyst, so it's a game from 2016, which I love very much. It's a great game. Not the best, but I still love it. Okay, this is so teenage stuff and angst. I think it was probably on assignment for an art class when I was at school, and something to do with feelings and psychology and stuff. We had psychology classes in Germany and Austria. Probably Max Caulfield using markers. Oh yeah, I remember this one. This one is a Portal with the GLaDOS Human Sona, and I was using watercoloring. And yeah, I really like this sketch. I think I did a fairly good job in this one. Beginning of a sketch with some angst and some tension. Some face studies in my Tumblr era. Another Portal sketch with the GLaDOS Human Sona that I did for my Tumblr girlies. GLaDOS Human Sona again. This is probably one of my first sketches of her, I think. Oh yeah, this is for a character from Into the Badlands that I mentioned in the last video, and I really like the series, and this character was such a badass, and she was into girls, so yeah, perfect. Oh yeah, the same character, and she was in a relationship with a taller girl. I don't remember their names, but I really shipped them. Oh, this is Clementine from the Telltale Walking Dead games, more stylized. Probably Shell from Portal. Yeah, the character from Into the Badlands, I was doing a portrait, and her pair in the series. They were really beautiful girls. Probably Shell in that Portal AU. Shell again, beginning of a sketch. I do lots of beginning sketches and I never finish them. It's just like me, I do lots of fanfiction projects and I never finish them. Another Portal drawing that I didn't finish. Yuri count again, with some tension, probably enemies to lovers. Same thing. That Portal AU, another sketch with Shell as a vampire hunter and GLaDOS as a vampire queen. Another Portal AU. Face studies. Again. I like this one. Maybe I should finish it. I like the atmosphere, I like the touch. It's kind of sensual, but kind of dangerous at the same time. Another one to the Yuri count. That Portal AU again. Kind of Yuri, I guess. I could count that. I like there's some touch, some sensuality to it. And finally, one man, and it's Whitley from that Portal AU. I imagine him as some kind of journalist or academic that has to help Shell in her adventures. Shell in a different outfit for that AU. Inspired by Eileen from Bloodborne. And Shell hunting some kind of spider thingy. I like this sketch. It's GLaDOS in that Bloodborne AU as a vampire. Probably leaving her bloodbath or something like that. Yeah, another one to the Yuri count. I guess I was trying to use some different markers for the first time, but I didn't the paper wasn't appropriate for it. Oh yeah, the ink transferred to the other parts of the paper, but it's Shell from Portal in some resting pose. Probably Shell, but oh, too bad that the ink transferred. I think it will be a nice sketch. Shell and GLaDOS, but not just in a portal, traditional portal way, not in an AU, resting together in a bed. I really pushed myself into this sketch, but it didn't get lots of notes on Tumblr. I usually never get notes on Tumblr anyway. Another Shell and GLaDOS. For the Yuri count, I was really obsessed with them, as you can see. And some wolf sketches. When I was a kid, I used to have a wolf sauna. I'm not a furry, but I used to have a wolf sauna, and she was a wolf that had that was the color of the night sky, so she was black or dark blue with little dots that were like stars and galaxies and stuff. Yeah. And this is probably a scene, it's some kind of hut from that Portal AU, and I was beginning to make a story that is related to these sketches of the wolf. Maybe it's like GLaDOS coming back home to see Shell, and then she's transforming from a wolf to her vampire self, and Shell is opening the door. Shell in the vampire AU, on a horse. Shell again. Some action scenes I was trying out. I like this sketch. I like the way the clothes are drawn, the way they toss and turn. I think I really pushed myself in this one. Yeah, I like the poses, I like the art style, the lines. I like this. Let's see. Shell again, doing some action poses. I think some of these poses I actually got from screenshots from the Tomb Raider 2013 game, which I also love very much. Another one for the Yuri count, and it's a kiss! Finally, not just the threat of a kiss, it's an actual kiss. GLaDOS, but like all bloody and stuff. We always need to get more women and blood. In a good way, I mean, not in a threatening way. Maybe in a threatening way, but not in a sexist way, I mean. Shell looking pissed off, and GLaDOS looking at her kind of, not necessarily nonchalant, but maybe seductive in a way. I really like this pose where one is behind the other person. I don't know what that says about me. This is Faye from Mirror's Edge, Catalyst. I also really like Faye. She doesn't have much of a personality in the game, that's not really explored, I think, but I really like her character design. And this is probably a scene between her and Plastic, I would say. I think so. I think that's what I remember. This one, let me see. I think these are original characters. I don't think this is, because there is this little thing here. It's kind of like a rabbit's ear. Yeah, I think these are original characters, and she's certainly not a man and a woman, just two women. But I still thought I was bisexual. This is that villain from The Incredibles 2. Wow, she's really hot. I wish the plot was better in that movie. I think this is a character I was making that is inspired by the art style in The Incredibles, kind of cartoony. Shell again, or maybe Lara Croft in the 2013 movie. I would say it's Shell, but I'm not sure. Okay, maybe it's GLaDOS and Shell, I think. I don't know. But some other stickers. And that's it for this sketchbook.
And that was it for this sketchbook. If you like it, please give it a like. If you watch it till the end, comment what was the Yuri count. And that was it. See you next week with another sketchbook to look into.